Peace, love, and light, soul fan. Working out. Well, I was working out. So, we are in nature today. And today I wanted to post something very interesting. I want to share something very interesting, okay? Now, yesterday I was led to watch a particular YouTube video, which I shared on my Facebook channel, on my Facebook platform. And this video triggered downloads within me. It triggered certain light codes of light codes of information that are secrets of the universe. Okay? Now, in this particular video, the guy was talking about how we have been programmed to believe nature is one thing, when in reality, nature is something so much more profound, right? So in the video, he was saying how some spiritual people go outside in nature because they feel as if it's something that they should do. You know, it's something that they should do. They feel as if it's the right thing to do, so they go out in nature, but they have the wrong intent, because when you hi B, when you leave outside of home, he was saying how you should have um your own intentions before you go out. What you desire to achieve energetically when you go out to do your um energy work, right? Your outer energy work. All right. So he was mentioning in the video that when you go outside, right, and you don't have a perspective of what you are, you know, what nature really is. You don't have your own understanding. You don't have your own imagination of what nature is, right? So you have this program of what society programmed you to believe nature is. So when you go outside, it's like, okay, you know, on the movie, okay, yeah. So when you go outside, one second, when you go outside, right, it's like you're opening yourself up for demonic entities to attach themselves to you, right? You open yourself up to be open for demonic attachments, right? So it's like I'll give you an example. Okay, there's a movie, one of the scary movies, I can't quite remember what it was, which one was it, but she got out the car, right? I can't remember what movie this was, but she got out the car and she was so happy, and it was a comedy movie, and she was turning around, right? You know how you be doing a happy turn, and as soon as she turned around, a homeless ran past and snatched her purse. You know what I'm saying? It's like she forgot where the fuck she was, you know. So it's like reality snapped, you know, it's like she was snapped back into reality. But in this particular case, because people don't know what's taking place when they are out in nature, or when you leave yourself open like that and vulnerable, you are leaving yourself vulnerable for demonic attachments to attack you and to place whatever they want in your mind. You understand? So when you going out for one thing, thinking that, oh, you know, I'm gonna sit on the grass because the grass is, you know, it's nature, and you know, it's of the universe, and you know, you have that mindset, right? So when you sit on the grass, like, they are able to place downloads or false light codes within your concept, you understand, which affect your consciousness and your awareness. So I'm so happy I caught this. Sprinklers. So sorry, it got that sharp pain. Where that come from? So the guy was teaching that, right? And it triggered certain light codes within me to reawaken, right? To what has been taking place my entire life. Every time I step outside of home, I am in a total different world of what. It's like that's why when people see me, they see me like I be walking down the street, I be singing, I be dancing. It's like I'm in my own world, and I've been like this my entire life. The reality that people that is well, not reality, the illusion of the false reality that humanity lives in, right? It's like I don't see that when I'm outside. I have my own imagination. So like around me, the sky is blue. There's colors and there's this and there's that and the wind blowing. I'm like I'm in a total different world in a music video. You know, I get my music on and it's just amazing. I'm just blowing with the wind and I'm just going here. And it's like people see me, it's like, wow, what is she on? And it's like I'm on imagination. I'm on life. You know, I'm on energy. You understand? So the light codes that were triggered is this. It was so profound when I thought about it. It's like that's what I always knew, but I just needed that to reawaken. So he reawakened these light codes. So when I'm outdoors, right? So I began to play, I began to do what he was saying, right? And it made so much sense. Oh my God. I began to vividly place my own imagination on what I believe, what it means to me, what nature means to me. Like the sun. The sun to me means my ancestors. Why do I say that? Because my ancestors are a light in my life. And they shine the light on my path. You understand? They also reveal to me certain light codes. So the energy from the sun, it's like when I look at the sun or when I'm in the sun, it's like I'm receiving downloads from my ancestors. That is my imagination. Or when I'm sun gazing, right? I'm receiving downloads from my ancestors. I'm receiving their love. I'm receiving their light. Right? Another thing, let's look at trees. How do I view trees? See, a lot of times, I'm going to tell you, why do they do? When children are born into this world, we are born into this world with a very vivid imagination, right? That's why I've been so different my entire life, because I have a very unique imagination. And when it comes to imagination, there's no wrong and there's no right. Your imagination is your reality because you are the alchemist of your life. Thus, you are able to visualize the life that you want. You are and through that visualization, I'm sorry. Through that visualization, my ancestors was sending me a light code. So you are the alchemist of your life. Now, because you are the alchemist of your life, you are able to create your reality, right? And your reality can only be created if you have an imagination, if you use your imagination. So when you apply that to your life, right? When I look at trees, what does a tree mean to me? Because trees give out oxygen, right? Life. Trees are a reminder to me of elders who are wise, who have very wise, ancient elders who have walked this planet. So when I see a tree, I'm looking at elders, right? This has always been my imagination, elders. I just never spoke about this because I couldn't properly put into perspective. And it was that video that triggered these light codes to reawaken and give me the proper wording to word what my life has been. Okay? When you look at the grass, what does the grass mean to you? The grass, to me, the grass is a significance of antennas. They are the earthly antennas. Now, why are the antennas on the ground and not in the sky? Because the antennas are on the ground so that we can be able to use its energy to the antennas, the energy from the grass, from the antennas of the universe, of the universe. It goes into our into our body. It travels through our body and it goes to the antennas of our hair. That's why they say your hair is your antennas, right? So your antennas, because our hairs are antennas, it strengthens your antennas, your connection. So it gives you much more power to evolve spiritually and to connect with the divine nature, your surroundings, and yeah, with nature, the divine, the universe. You understand? So this energy travels through your body and it reaches your antennas, strengthening your connection, strengthening your antennas, strengthening you. You understand? So your antennas is like these particular antennas are on the ground so that we can access them to receive its energy to strengthen our antennas, so that we can receive the correct light codes from the universe through our environment, through nature. Birds. This is getting real deep. Birds. To me, birds are spirit guides. Why do I say birds are spirit guides? Because birds are messengers, and birds are also a symbol and a omen of protection, right? So when you are surrounded by birds, we know that we are surrounded we are surrounded by our spirit guides. So in the 3D realm, that would look like birds. That will come in the form of birds. We are surrounded by birds. These birds are our spirit guides. These birds are our messages. They give us messages. But if you are not in tune with nature, if you are not properly in tune, if you're not properly aligned, with nature and the divine, you are unable to receive these codes, these light codes, and these messages from the birds, right? Or the downloads from the birds. So that's where the grass come in at. That's why we have grass, so that we can strengthen our antennas, our hair, which is our antennas, so that we can align ourselves with nature. You understand? All right. Woo. Okay, so imagination. Now, the reality of reality is the fact that reality is an illusion. The only thing that's true is your imagination. Your imagination is true. From a child, we were born is your reality. Your imagination is your reality. That is why you are the alchemist of your own reality. That's why you are able to alchemy your life the way that you want your life to be, based on your own imagination. And that imagination allow you to develop the ability to visualize. So through that visualization, there's a manifestation within your own life. There's an attraction to your manifestation, which unfold in your own life, which is attracted to you. You understand? All right, damn, this is deep. So you ride that vibration of your manifestation by visualizing, and by visualizing in your own imagination. Now, reality, everything around us is a lie. Everything around us is fake. Nature is real. Nature is whatever you want it to be. And I say that because everything in nature has its own energy signature. So if you want this grass to be X, Y, and Z for you, then this grass is going to be X, Y, and Z for you. You understand? And it's going to manifest, but it's still energy. The reason why it manifests because everything is energy, and energy is a frequency. Everything holds its own energy signature, and everything has its own frequency, right? So the universe works through frequencies, right? Frequencies, energies. The universe not works, but the universe is of energies and frequencies and vibrations. That's the science, right? So when you visualize this grass, okay, I'm visualizing this grass to give me love, right? That grass is going to give you love because you visualize that imagination. It's like you have energy, you can make energy anything. That's right. You can alchemy energy into anything, right? So you can alchemy that energy of the grass and use it to give you love, right? And you receive that love and that energetic love from the grass, right? So, yeah, this is deep. Deep, right? I'm telling y'all, man. Okay, so I was supposed to be on the break. My ancestors. I want not on a break, but I was supposed to take a break off posting so that I can focus on my studies. Although I said I don't study, but I'm studying for to receive my certificates in certain areas of my business. So anyway, the right certifications. So anywho, um, yeah, so I was supposed to be doing that, but they started giving me all these light codes. Like, what am I supposed to do with all this information? So there's my crow. Crows to me are archangels. Why? Because crows are omens of magic. Crows are omens of change. Crows are omens of protection and many other things. Thus, they also messengers as well. So, yeah. So everything is energy. And you can make, with this energy, that's the secret ingredient is energy. Everything is energy. It holds its own energy template signature. But it's energy, right? So it's that secret ingredient. You can make it anything. It's like having clay. You can make, that's a great example. You have clay. You can form clay into anything, right? Correct. Same thing with energy. Same thing with nature. Everything surrounding you. You create your own imagination. And by that imagination, it forms into a visualization, which forms into a manifestation or a reality. Your reality. Okay? So, in the Matrix, a lot of people don't understand this, right? So, that's why we are bringing this information to you, to awaken you to this higher knowledge, right? Moving forward, when we are born to this world, we are born into this world with an imagination. Every child has their own imagination, and that's why I've been able to visualize. Like my entire life, while I say I've always been visualizing, I've always been visualizing my future and things as such, because I always have. I didn't know, even when there was no tangible evidence that my future can actually manifest, I still visualized. And my imagination from childhood stuck with me. That is why I'm very tapped into my childlike personality. It's because I've never allowed society to take that from me. It's my imagination. That's why that's why my humor, my sense of humor also comes from my sense of imagination as well. I see things differently. So when you can tell one person a joke and it's not funny to them. Why? Because that person don't have imagination. It's like, it's not that they don't have a sense of humor. They do have a sense of humor. Like, they can laugh, but it's like, it's not as funny as it would be to myself because of my imagination. Now, you can tell that person a joke, right? And they just like, they're chuckle, right? You tell me the joke, and I will be on the ground, kicking my legs up, laughing, turning my head, hitting the ground, everything. Because that's funny to me, because I was able to use my imagination to visualize exactly what it was that you were saying. You understand? I've always been that way. So that's why my sense of humor is so unique. It's because my sense of imagine. It's because my ability to imagine, to visualize. You understand? So when we come into this world, every child is born with their own imagination. In society, that's why schools were created. It's not the reason itself, but it's one of the reasons why the school systems was created, to destroy the imagination of a child, of children. And as they get older, that imagination, it shrinks. It get less and less, right? Lesser and lesser, right? So I'm sitting on this bag, and let me put my legs down like I ain't got no. Let me stop. Let me stop. I was about to say something so ignorant. Let me stop. So anyway, yeah. So every child born into this world with an imagination. And it's very important for us to allow our children to be free in their own world, because they are in their own world. They are in their own world. They have their own thing going on. They have their own life path. They have their own life mission. In their imagination, like how we see the world, how they see the world is their own imagination. And their imagination is correct. You understand? There's no right and wrong when it comes to imagination, because your own life path is your own life path, and your own life mission is your own life mission, and your own calling is your own calling. So in order for you to be led into your calling, it's going to take for you to tap into your imagination. That's one of the, into your imagination, because your imagination plays a major role in your calling. It's how you see the world, how you see the world. How do you see the world? That's very important. How do you see the world? And through that imagination, as I mentioned, you create your own reality. So these children create their own reality because they have their own personal life paths. We cannot tell them, we really can't tell them what the fuck to do. They are children, they're coming into this world, they are ancestors in return, right? They already have their own agenda, they know what the fuck they're doing. Don't tell them nothing. It got to a point at my home, I just like make sure my children get fed, because I got tired of trying to control them, right? So I began to let them be free. And I get that from Nubian News. Children are able to, they are not, first of all, when they come into this world, they're already smart. We dumb them down based on our teachings and what our parents taught us to believe is true, but isn't. So it was up to us to break that cycle. So when it comes to our children, it's like they already smart. They already have a logic of their own. They know what they're doing. They know everything. They do. Even babies, they do. I have 8. Trust me, I know. So they have their own imagination. So what I began to do, I began to not leave them, but allow them to tap more into their own imagination and their own creativity.